As we approach the half hour, I just want to go back to our lead story this lunchtime. 3 police officers charged in connection with the killing of teenager Nathaniel Julies have been appearing in court again this morning. The formal bail application is expected to continue. Reporter Aviwe Mtila is at the Protean Magistrates Court in Soweto. Aviwe, good afternoon to you. And just listening to snatches of this today, once again it would seem that the 3 accused are really starting to turn on each other.
It is clear they had the hunger to kill. Those were the words of the state prosecutor, Nathaniel Julies, tried to detail the events that happened on the 26th of August, the fateful day that, in fact, Nathaniel Julies lost his life. In the prima facie evidence that we've heard in the course of the last 2 days, we understand it was accused number 1, Simon Scorpion Jalivana, who booked that shotgun, essentially, that ended up killing Nathaniel Julies. The questions around the booking of that shotgun was why did he book the shotgun without any ammunition? You'd remember that there's a charge of prohibited possession of prohibited ammunition, which suggests that that ammunition that they used, in fact, in murdering Nathaniel Julies, was banned, essentially. So the state prosecutor, Nathaniel Julies, basically painting a picture of how they had wild, wild west tendencies on that day, starting from Freedom Park, where it's alleged that they shot at people that were drinking on the street, the only crime being just drinking, sitting around and drinking, shot at them with rubber bullets, essentially. We understand 23-year-old officer Caitlin Whiteboy is the one who is said to have pulled that trigger on that incident. And on her defense, she says that she didn't know that the shotgun was later changed and filled with live ammunition, hence the event where she says she was ordered by accused number 1 again at about 9 o'clock in the evening on the 26th of August, where she was ordered, we hear from her affidavit, by Simon Scorpion Jalivana to shoot Nathaniel Julies. Some of the prima facie evidence that we've been hearing in the last 2 days, Jeremy, essentially, even involving accused number 3, Foster Nechongolo, who was off sick on that day, booked off sick. But we heard that it was accused number 1 that called accused number 3, Foster Nechongolo, to go and clean up this scene, even handing 2 bullets of live ammunition, just to paint the scene as if there was some sort of gang violence. The evidence continuing here at Protean Magistrate Court, as now the court has been adjourned just for a quick lunch.
You talk about the Wild West tendencies, and in many ways that was almost endorsed by Whiteboy's lawyer, Jeff Maluleke, who said earlier that an innocent life had been taken because, and I quote, a dysfunctional police force is to blame.
Certainly, and the prima facie evidence suggests that dysfunctional police force, essentially, that we've been hearing in the course of the last 3 weeks from the residents of Eldorado Park, saying that they essentially want an overhaul of the whole Eldorado Park police station because of alleged incidents that have happened. They're saying that even Nathaniel's death is a flag bearer of past incidents, that I've had a chance to speak to some of the mothers that are still grieving till this day, having lost their children. So that evidence coming up in part, and we understand now is the bail application, but we also heard how accused number 1 has lied to the court, something that the state prosecutor just merely brought out moments ago, lied about his previous convictions. We do understand in the affidavit that he presented, he said that he had 1 previous conviction, but the state says we have 3 in record, 3 previous convictions from Simon Scorpion Jalivana, that is accused number 1 in this case. And in fact, 2 of them are quite violent in their nature. We understand 1 is of the assault with the intent of doing grievous bodily harm, and the other is assault with damage to property. So they're saying that already he's lied to you in front of you now, and that's a criminal offense. That way you can't even grant, that should be form basis of why you shouldn't grant him in particular even. But the state basically opposes bail for all 3 of the accused for the murder of Nathaniel Julies.
2 Class 1 felonies against him. It is utterly extraordinary that he is still on duty. eNCA will continue with live coverage throughout the course of the afternoon. Aviwe Mtila in Soweto at the Protean Magistrates Court, back with us a little later.